hear me? How are you today? How are you today? How are you today? I hope you are well. How are you? I'm all shelled up in some traditional Gambian clothing today. I hope you like it. I hope you are well. I hope you've joined us. I hope we are live. If you are joining us and you can see us, I would appreciate if you could just let us know if you could see and hear us. I haven't got the microphone on today, and I am using a different phone because I was told that there was some interference and sound interference on last week's live. So I thought I would use another phone. Kav, can you confirm for me that we're live, please? Ah, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so Blaxit family, Blaxit family, Blaxit family. I'm going to wait for a few more of you to join in so that I can talk about the subject I want to talk about today. Welcome to Blaxit. If you are new to Blaxit, welcome, welcome, welcome to Blaxit. You are highly welcomed. If you're one of our A1 day ones, you are a Blaxit subscriber who have been with us, Blaxit family, from the beginning. Thank you so much for staying loyal. Loyalty is appreciated. Your love is appreciated. Your attention and your time is very, very much appreciated. So I want to send you nothing but love and thank you and kisses. Okay. Now this is a high vibrational channel. So if you're low vibrational, this is not the channel for you. Okay. So yes, we keep it live. We're all about the relocation, repatriation back to your nation. I'm Nyancho Kajabi, aka Juliet, and I have returned to Africa for good. And I am so glad that I did. I want to give a big thank you to Healthy TV. As you all know, as soon as you come in, please say hello so I can mention your channel and encourage people to go to your channel and to also get to know who you are. So I'm going to say hello to what looks like Healthy TV. Is that right? Health Haiti TV. Okay, Health Haiti TV. And Rauf Saba. So thank you so much for joining us today. Please give us some thumbs up as you enter. I would appreciate it if that would help. That helps our algorithm here on the YouTube channel. That helps our algorithm. So if you are joining, can you please give us a thumbs up as you join so that we know that you're here and you are participating in today's channel. And before we start, I just want to give a quick declaration. I declare and decree what is mine is returned to me, and what was stolen from me is returned to me with interest multiplied. I want all of our stuff back. I want our heritage. I want our land. I want everything that was taken from our ancestors to come back. So I declare and decree what was taken from me, my language, my culture, my people, my legacy, my land, my inheritance is returned back to me. Good morning, Sharon. How are you, Sharon Nesbeth? Good morning. How are you? Hello to Vinny. How are you? That's Healthy TV. Thank you. Okay, Healthy TV. I'm sorry, but the writing is really small and I don't have glasses on at the moment. Okay, so Healthy TV, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. Also, she looks like Charmunda John Jumpta. I don't understand. Okay, so listen, this is a purely love channel. So if you find it necessary to say negative things about people, you know what you do? I want you to go into your bedroom. I want you to go to your mirror and I want you to say those things to yourself. Okay? Because that's what we do here. We reflect back what you give us, okay? And we do not get involved in any tittle-tattle. We do not get involved in any negativity because we raise your vibration here. It's all about that. So Sharon, long time, big kisses and hearts out to you. Thank you for being at A1 Day One. Red Rock Cuisine at the Red Rock Dominican official I love your crown. Thank you so much. Yes, today is a very special day, and so yeah, it is traditional wear, and if you don't know, carries are very, very important in terms of African culture. Sharon, you're a beautiful queen. Thank you so much. Thank you for the compliments. I do take compliments. With the negativity, I don't really care. It just runs off my back because I don't engage in it. So I always say to people, if you've got something bad to say, go and say it elsewhere, okay? Because we need to build each other as a people, we need to build each other as a race, and we need to build each other as Africans, okay? Across the continent. And as you know, I don't hold my words, I do not mince my words, and I say what is on my mind. So if you like that, you like the truth, and you like it coming from a place of genuine authenticity and love, then stay on this channel. Blaxit was has been on since 2011, but we've been really active since 2019, really since the intervention of Wode Maya. Wode Maya was instrumental in bringing us to where we are today. So big love always to Wode Maya. If you don't know about Wode Maya, go and check out his channel. He is definitely changing the narrative, the African narrative. Okay, so thank you so much. I'll catch up on your oops, oh God. Just pinned your message. Okay, so right, I'm just going to quickly move on. Khadija Idrissa, how are you? Hi Khadija, long time. I love you, miss you, sister. Yeah, I remember when you came to the Gambia. Yeah, Tumadra, bless yourself up as well. And let's just say a couple more hellos before I start. Wandas Makalo, thank you so much. You do great, and I love the African crown. Thank you so much. And we should wear our crowns. We are, yeah, many of us are from royal lineages, okay? Except for, of course, they were, you know, they were disturbed because of the intervention of the enslavement of our ancestors. So many of us have lost that disturbance. Okay, and therefore we don't think that we belong to lineages, but we do. Okay, we do. So wear your crowns. I want you all to wear your crowns and be proud. Okay, so Daryl, I just want to say a big thank you to you, Black Beauty, and I want to say handsome king to you. Okay, we must big up our kings, okay, and our divine masculines. It's very important that we do that because our kings are very special to us. And we must always embrace and love and support and encourage our kings, especially those ones that are good to us, okay? So I salute you and I send love to you, okay? Because it's important that we share that love with one another, we share that love together, okay? So, but this is to the African Americans, please, because they need it. Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm sending nothing but love to my brothers and sisters. We are all Africans first. There who are suffering, many of them are suffering in the American continent. I send my love to you. I do know that people watch me who are incarcerated, even in America. Yes, I get messages too. And also people that are successful. And also people that are sitting and are housewives and people that are unemployed, people that are highly successful business people also watch. So, you know, it doesn't matter what walk of life or whatever you do, whatever you do, you're successful in your own way, okay? Because success is measured on who you are, okay, not what you do. Okay, so let me get on with today's message, right? So I've declared a decree that our stuff is coming back to us, yeah? I take back my power, okay? It belongs to me. So I did that when I decided to leave England and to come to Africa for good. In fact, the first time I went to Africa was when I was 22, and I realized they don't have the power that we give them. We're the ones that's giving their power. So I want you to, you know, engage with me in this. I take back my power because my power belongs to me, okay? And my power returns to me. Let's stop giving them our power, okay? Yeah, what you were born with is yours, okay? It doesn't belong to anybody. Stop giving away your power. And, you know, if you have to work for them, then make sure that you earn top dollar for whatever you do, okay? Slavery days are over, okay? Slavery days are over. We need an action plan to get back, to take that colonization out of our minds. You know, we need an action plan to take the colonization out of our minds. That's telling us that we are less than. You are not less than, okay? You are so much more than even enough, okay? So anyway, I was born into a Garveyite home, okay? So, and to give you a little bit of background, Blaxit has been helping people to repatriate and relocate back to the motherland, back to Africa, and especially back to Gambia, where we have a huge settlement. In fact, we have the largest settlement for diasporan settlements here with over 500 plots, which is there in Bussorah. We have been helping with repatriation on the ground since 2019, but we have been helping with land acquisition, etc., and group trips since 2015. And so returning to Africa has been my salvation. I am not going to lie, and it is not a question. Returning to Africa was not a question for me because I knew how beautiful and how wonderful it was, and I knew that they'd been lying to us, okay? So we're here to help you. So I want to help you, and I have been helping lots of people to set up their businesses, to help reestablish their lives, to do small things, whether it's getting a driving license, whether it's getting your land, whether it's building your house, whether it's finding a school for your child, but helping you to get across and helping you to live here successfully. Because you can do, it is an alternative life. I'm based here in the Gambia. The Gambia is the smallest country in West Africa, but it is a wonderful place. And I want to, before I go into today's topic, I just want to finish off last week because people asked me why I moved to Gambia, and I didn't really get to grasp that because we kind of went off topic. So I'm just going to say the people, I love the Gambian people. I have never felt so loved, so welcomed, so embraced, so supported in my entire life. So when you are deciding to go to an African country, do consider that. Do consider that. I'm not saying all people are equal. You know, what I am saying is that Gambia was my place of choice because of the people. All the other things came as secondary, okay? So all the other things came as secondary. Now, I just want to say that, you know, when I first started, I did an interview with Wodamaya, and I said, oh, that England is a dump. And I came across, you know, many different opinions on it. And I've now seen, you know, people who are Europeans saying exactly the same thing and getting millions of views, okay? So what I said then at that point still bears true to today. And I'm saying to you that, you know, you have an alternative. I love nature. And so as a nature lover, Africa is like the best place for me to be because I love nature and I love to be with my own people. You know, I've always said the only way to eradicate racism is to leave it behind and go live with your own kind. Okay, birds of a feather flock together, so they say. Okay, so that is the reason why I also felt so comfortable here, is because I felt I belonged. I felt comfortable, I felt warmed, I felt loved, I felt at peace, and I felt at home. And I think feeling at home, waking up with peace, tranquility, and feeling a balance in your life is so, so important. And the thing is that waking up in a home that you've already built, waking up without, you know, with your solar, waking up with your water from your borehole, you know, you don't even have a letterbox, so you don't have to worry about bills and things coming for your letterbox. Waking up in a much, you know, more stress-free environment is important. You know, I'm even like making green banana chips from the green bananas in my garden. You know, it's a wholesome, different kind of life, and it's important, you know, very important to me to have that. So what am I going to be talking about today? The narrative has flipped. Woohoo! The narrative has flipped. Okay, I am not joking with you. It has flipped so hard that their lies no longer hold power, fam. Okay, the narrative has flipped so hard. I'm sorry, I'm shaking the table because I'm so enthusiastic. Sorry about that. Right? Is that their lies no longer hold power over us. Okay, and you're going to understand why. I'm going to go into the context of today's show because you need to understand that you are your power. Call your power back. Okay. It's like the truth is now performing live. Okay? The truth is now performing live. I kid you not. The truth about Africa is now becoming known. Why? Because of the World Wide Web, because their lies can't hold water anymore about Africa, because more of you are watching. You're watching me, I'm here in my home, yeah? You're watching me living my life, living my dream, living my reality, so they can't lie to you anymore. They can't lie to you anymore, okay? So that is the plot twist. There's a huge plot twist. The narrative has flipped so hard that their lies no longer hold power over you anymore. They cannot control the narrative anymore, okay? So what am I talking about? Their lies no longer hold power over you anymore. Let them say what they want to say, because the truth has now got evidence. Okay, let them say what they want to say. Okay, because now you have your own discernment. Okay, now you have your own intellect. Now you have your own educators. Now you have your own reporters. You have your own media. You have your own influencers. You have your own innovators. You have your own companies. We have our own airplanes. We have our own companies. We have our own finances. We have our own money, and we have our own will. And now we are not allowing them to lie to us anymore. Okay? And what's more important that I'm talking about today is that we have our own internet. Okay? Our own internet. It's important because we have our own sovereign, encrypted, AI enhanced supergrid. Okay? That was built by Africans for Africans. That's what I'm saying. Okay? That is what I am saying. So this is the 3rd of August, 2025, and you are watching this live, okay? Now our data is going to no longer be out of our own legal reach, yeah? Outside of African control, yeah? We can no longer be ousted, okay? They can't shadow ban us anymore for having pro-African content, skewing our views, skewing our subscriptions, skewing our monetization, because we're going to have our own Afro tube, okay? And Blaxit was definitely going to be there, okay? We will no longer be restricted from information and be censored and only be given the information that they want us to have, okay? We'll have our own decentralized data centers. Now, I put it out on the shorts about it, yeah, and asked people to comment, and I had some positive comments. I must say thank you so much. I also had some negative comments like, why do you need that? So hang on a minute. So you expect us to be constantly under European and American control? You want our data to be in California as opposed to Africa? You want to always have control of being able to manipulate the data that comes in via FB or via any of their other platforms, but we mustn't have a look in. We mustn't have control? No, that means that people can say anything they want about Blaxit, and that I can't go out there and sue them because of what? Because of the fact that they're in a different place, because of the fact that they are under different jurisdiction. No, it is now going to change. We are now taking control. We are stopping their control, okay? Their censorship over us and our information. So because we put out pro-African information, you can't go to that, 3.36 million, 60 million strong on YouTube. No, you can't. Unless you're doing foolishness. Yeah, unless you're doing stupidity. Unless you're humiliating other black people, discriminating against other black people, and trying to slander African people, unless you're doing something negative and saying something negative, you're not going to get those views. Okay? So now it is great that now we're going to have our own flagship internet, African internet. Okay? So we can stop being given misinformation, manipulation, misdirection, redirection, intentionally mistaken, confused. Sorry about that. Confused, bamboozled. We can stop being undersold, misled, misguided, mass marketed, gaslit, breadcrumbed, sold the wrong dream. Okay? Now, I can be good in my own African neighborhood, yeah? The Western dream was an illusion, okay? It's never quite what it seemed. It was never quite what it seemed. We were sold an illusion, the illusion of inclusion. It was a dream, okay? It was a dream, because there's still discrimination up to today. There's still racism over our nation up to today. Okay? Now the shadow banning, because of pro-black content, now could be a thing of the past. Can you imagine that? Because Blaxit has been hit severely. You understand? We've been shadow banning because we're pro-African and we're black-centered content, you know. And now that shadow banning, that kind of censorship could be a thing of the past, because they don't censor the MF word. They don't censor the MF word, which I can't stand. We should be stop cursing our mothers. We need to stop cursing our mothers. You don't hear a father effer, do you? But you hear mother effer. We have to stop it. This cursing, we have to stop it. When are we going to outgrow these negative words? When are we going to outgrow these negative sentiments against ourselves? When are we going to outgrow the N-word? How many hundreds of years they've been calling us, and we've been calling ourselves this? How many hundreds of years? When's it going to stop? When are we going to wake up and say, do you know what? I'm not going to curse my mother no more. You know, she's a co-creator. Yeah, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here. Why am I calling her that? When are we going to stop using the N-word because it was used against us? But instead, you know, I see people that are so intelligent, artists that are so intelligent, still using it. And it was a baton used to confuse us, to destroy us, and to make sure that we always felt negatively about ourselves. So I'm hoping that the filters on this new internet include censoring out those words. So these words cannot be spread among us anymore. I'm tired of hearing those negative sentiments. And someone said, oh, but we use it to curse. You're right. You're using it to curse. You're cursing yourself. You're cursing future generation. Listen to what you're doing. The word curse. What does curse mean? It's not something positive. It's negative witchcraft, what they've used against us. The spiritual warfare is real. Believe it. So that's one of the positive things that will come out of this new internet, is that there will be filters on the 54 countries, and the 54 countries will also have language filters, okay, which will also filter out hate speech, because the N-word is hate speech, okay? MF is hate speech. Why are we hating our mums? Why are we hating each other using the N-word? I don't care. People say we need to own it. Who wants to own a dirty towel with dog poo on it? I don't want to own it. That word is that's exactly what it is. Saying that we're less than animals. Why would you want to own that word? What kind of a negative, backward, non-thinking, unintellectual stupidity is that? And then calling each other it like it's something good. How can something bad be good? It was never good. Okay, it was never good. So part of, you know, the benefits of having our own internet is also controlling our own narrative, and that is so important. Okay, and what I'm talking about is having our own African internet, and I'm going to go into more details about it as well. But it's important for us to have our own digital sovereignty, our own digital footprint, and our own economic development under our own control, okay? It's important because it allows us to control our own data. They're using our data. I talked about this a few weeks ago, so it is so weird how this summit happened in Addis Ababa this week. You understand? Isn't it strange? I was talking about this just a few weeks ago. Do you know what? I don't know what it is. The other day I was talking about Cosby's, and then unfortunately that happened to Malcolm Jamal. And do you know what? I know it sounds strange, but you know, I have a weird feeling, like, I shouldn't say it, but like he's not dead. I know they reported it everywhere, but my spirit just doesn't feel it. I don't know why. I feel like maybe he's gone into hiding or something, and I hope that is the truth. You know, obviously, you know, I don't want to be confusing the narrative, but you know, my spirit, when you know, I heard about Angie Stone. I felt it. I really felt it, and I felt sad, and I cried and I cried. And with Jamal, I at first I cried because I felt it, but then I thought it didn't transgress into like the feeling of mourning, and I wondered why. And I hope it is that he has found a way to protect himself, and he has, you know, faked his own death. I do hope that is the case. Okay, I really do, and that he's protecting himself, because he's been putting out nothing but, you know, serious information. And so I hope that, you know, he has faked his own death, you know, and is somewhere where he is safe. I do hope that is the case, okay? Listen, if he has, I am sorry for your loss. And I'm just saying that if he hasn't, then I hope that he has, you know, used his brain and got himself into a place of safety. If he has passed away, then my condolences to the family. But I just get a funny feeling about this one. Do you know what I mean? I just feel a bit of something is not right with everything that's going on. So anyway, I'm talking about digital sovereignty, okay? So it allows us to control our own innovation. That's very, very important, that, you know, a lot of apps are blocked. Yeah, a lot of apps are blocked, African-based apps, and also African-based technology is not promoted, okay? And sometimes it's, you know, you have these algorithms, right, which literally stop people from going to your website and so on and so forth, and spiders and all kinds of hacking and stuff. So we'll have more control. I'll talk about security as well, yeah? And of course, this means that the foreigners are not going to have access to our infrastructure. Yeah, that means that we don't have to rely on them. That means that your product, your business can be promoted and highlighted first on the African network, rather than European products and services. Okay, and also, you know, you'll have greater access to the internet, and for us on the continent, it means greater affordability. And it also means that we can have tailored solutions for Africans' own unique needs. So if, for example, there's someone who's got a generator, and that generator is solar powered for the sun. You know, if in England, you're not going to get that much sun. So therefore, you know, it's not really going to be that applicable. But in Africa, where you get so much sun and water generated generators and so on, those are really needed here in Africa, especially in areas where they're not on the grid. Okay, so these are things that are African centered, that need African solutions. Okay, so this is the reason why it's important for us to have our own internet. Okay, it's very, very important. And also control over our own online activities. You know, I'm tired of having to have programs deleted. I'm tired of being demonetized because I'm putting out content that is enlightening you about information. I've even stopped even going against it and trying to appeal and doing stuff. No, I'm tired. Okay, because communication is essential for us. Communication, you know, is very, very important for us. And it also reduces the vulnerability of external control, foreign control. So if they wanted to cut the internet off in your country, then they could. But now when you have your own internet, you can say, oops, ooh, I hope I don't get done for that. You can put two fingers up and say, F you, okay? It gives you the power to say, F you, I've got my own. There's nothing like having your own. Okay, nothing like having your own. I want you to empower yourselves today to say that this is the day that we have made, okay? This is the day. This is the day that is so important, okay? Let's rejoice, okay? This is about economical growth, which is what they don't want. They want Africa to remain in a begging bowl and to keep the status quo. It's not going to happen. Yeah, life is changing. Technology is changing. We are changing daily. So Africa-wide internet is a new infrastructure, right, which can foster a thriving digital economy. That means that your business can thrive. Blaxit family, if you're here, yeah, you're here for a reason. You're a chosen one. Let me tell you this, yeah? If you're here for a reason. You're not here for no reason. Nothing don't happen by coincidence. You're supposed to hear this message. If you're in Africa, you're supposed to hear this message. If you're in America, you're supposed to hear this message. If you're in England, you're supposed to hear this message. No matter where you are, let me give some shout outs. Let me stop for a minute and give some shout outs to everybody, okay? So Taj's World of Wonders. Let me say much respect and love to you, okay? Thank you so much. Did you? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I said hi to Sharon, I think. Wow, I've missed quite a few. I'm so sorry for missing your messages, but I will come back to them. But yeah, this is so important. It will be hosted on many different hubs, which is really important. And they've actually gone in with, which is why American UK are scared, is because they have got, of course, what we call, how do I want to put this? Let's say strategic partners. Let's say they have got strategic partners, but not strategic partners. I can fire, how are you? Yeah? How are you? Okay? They have got strategic partners, but what they have done is restricted access, and that is what I'm so proud of them. They have restricted access. I will be talking about the digital firewalls. I will be talking about also the financial part of it. We'll be talking about economical growth. Now they will be having their own digital currency. What a team! Sorry. Oh my goodness! Listen, if you did not get on Bitcoin, now is your time. All of those people that made Bitcoin in the beginning, okay? We have to get in on this digital currency. Be at the beginning when the money is high. Juliet told you, right? I've told you, right? You must get in on this, okay? I think it's going to be called AfriFold. You must get in on this. You heard it here, okay? You heard it here on Blaxit. I am not joking with you, okay? You must, okay? They have, like I was saying to you, I'm going to go into that. It was launched in the AU summit. It was launched in the AU summit, okay, in Addis Ababa, okay? So I will answer your questions backed by the resources. So you think Africa's poor? Okay, we need to get rid of this myth that Africa is poor. We really do need to. I'll give you an example, okay? Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré has been in power since 2022, in which he took over in a coup because of dissatisfaction with the way in which the country was not being run well for the favor of the people, for the benefit of the people, for their betterment, for their best interests. And part of what he did in taking over was taking control of the natural resources of the country. And one of those natural resources was gold, okay? And Africa is very resource rich, okay? Africa is what has been supporting the West. That is why it's important for Africa to now take control of its resources, because by having an African internet, it now means that connectivity that we need, affordable connectivity, where we're not paying millions outside just to have data connection. It means that we can now do that ourselves. So what did he do? He used that natural resource in order to, within 2 years, cancel out the national debt of his country. So Africa is not poor. It's how resources are being used. It's how resources are being manipulated. It's how resources are being misguided. It's how corruption has been allowed to be entrenched in certain countries without being checked, okay? Because they have deals and back deals and all kinds of deals, because it's about self-enrichment as opposed to the betterment of the people of the country, which of course should share in the national wealth, okay? So I was saying that, the lowering the cost of the internet will also help people, because we've been, put over a barrel, where we're not able to control how much the internet costs. We've been, put over a barrel, okay, with regard to access and what they can have and what we can access and what we can't access. So certain things in Africa, it says, no, you don't have access, you can't have access to this information. It actually comes up, and I know because I'm here and I've seen it myself. And I've experienced it myself, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh no, this is not allowed in your region. This is not allowed in your region. This is not allowed in your region. So many times, this is not allowed in your region. So now, they can't control what is allowed in our region. Lovely. Not only that, we don't have to stick to their pseudo politically correct narratives, okay, with regard to what goes on the internet. So if the country, it does not promote homosexuality, it is not going to be, this channel, whatever, is not going to be banned for saying that they don't support it. Okay? They're not. So it changes the narrative with regard to censorship and information. It also gives women a voice as well, which is so, so important, because many of us divine feminines, our voices are quashed. And we're not given the access, we're not given the kudos, we're not given the credit, and we're certainly not given the audiences that we deserve to have, because it's controlled, by the colonizer. So the colonizer doesn't want what you say to get out. The colonizer doesn't want you to know we love you, black men, we love you, African men, that we love you, okay? They don't want you to know that, we value you, that you're precious to us. They don't want you, African queens to know that, your African kings love you. They value you. They desire you. They want you. Okay? They keep putting out the narrative of only showing, different narratives that don't show black unity. Yeah, and black love, but we do have it. We do have it, and we need to show it more. And so this is why I appreciate, I appreciate it, okay? It's so important. How many things come from Africa? The phone that I'm using right now, Cobalt, where does it come from? Congo. Why do you think they're having all of these disputes over resources? But anyway, it means that, that there are areas. Got disconnected. Ooh. I must have said something that hit the phone, so I better be careful, okay? So it enables reduced costs, and also, enables people like me to go onto AfriTube, where you can also access AfriTube, especially if you're in Africa. So it means that I can also now expand what I do with repatriation into different locations, which enable me to work with different people in different countries in order to offer you the same repatriation services by having chapters of Blaxit in different countries and making it far more easier, because it will not be controlled by them, which means that always having, connectivity problems and stuff like that. So this is so good, okay? Okay, it's for us, yeah? Also, when we can do it our way, it means it's important. We're not relying on Western media anymore and Western models, okay? We can use Afro-centered models, African-centered models, okay? Ubuntu models, yeah? It's so important. And a growing digital network, it can only help us, And it will lead to our empowerment, believe you me. It will lead to our empowerment. It will lead to more innovation. It will lead to more entrepreneurs. It will lead to more development solutions, and specifically for our own needs, and it will drive progress, okay, and growth in so many different sectors. Okay, we will become leaders. Look at Zimbabwe, the man with the car. That should be everywhere. We should know about who made a car for using, energy, free radical energy. Imagine that, that an African man could do that. And how many people one man made the television that could run off of the air. And the car, that runs off the air. They don't want these because they're making their money from fuel. Okay, from fossil fuel, and they're trying to tell us that it's a limited resource, but it's not, because the earth makes it every day, so they fooled us. It's not a limited resource. They just did it so they could control it and to control us. And as we know, this was done by the Rockefeller family. Let's not pretend, that we don't know who's done it and why they did it. Okay? These evil people did it out of greed to control us. Now we're saying we're out of control because now oil is not a limited resource. Okay? And that we don't even need it. We can now have technology where we don't need it anymore. How amazing is that? And who created it? Africans. Who was it made for? Africans. Who was it made by? Africans. Okay? Generators even running off of cow dung. Come on now. Made by Africans for Africans. Okay? But what's also important is the security aspect. Let me not, understate that. The security is so important that, they are shut out. Thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for that. It's about time that we have our own security measures. And this includes cyber security. I have been cyber harassed. I have been cyber stalked. I have had every kind of cyber harassment going. I have had my content used, abused, misused. I've had my content, and I tell you, every rule that have been put on YouTube that has been broken. And even when I went to YouTube and I complained, what was done? Nothing, because they don't mind it being done. That's what I see it as, because if I can show you, look, this is my trademark. Yeah, this is my word mark. This is registered. And I'm telling you, this is an abuse of my intellectual property, but you can't see it. So you can't read, you can't write. Like, obviously, then it means that it's being done intentionally. So I am so glad that they're also going to have their own laws. There's going to have their own cyber tribunal. Okay, so this internet is going to have its own court, its own tribunal, which is fantastic, which means that people aren't going to be able to abuse our intellectual property rights in the way in which they have done before. So it means that you're more protected, and thank goodness for that. Okay, so obviously we need to collaborate. We need to do this together. Okay, that's important. So the AU launched this AfriNet. Yeah, its very own internet in Addis Ababa. Okay, and the summit, is talking about a sovereign internet. And I love the word sovereign because that's what we need, sovereignty. Now I need to go through some of the comments. Let me take a pause. So you can ask me any questions and I can answer them. Let me just go back through some of these comments. Okay, I'm so sorry I've missed so many of your comments. I'm going back and I'm going to say hello to everybody. So where are we now? So DJu said Africa has too many people, that's why they keep it down. Have you been to China, my dear? Let me tell you something. This is another misnomer, another piece of misinformation, okay, that they have told us. I remember once I went to see someone, and he was talking about the myths that we have been told. I think it was David Icke, actually, when I was in the UK. A friend of mine encouraged me to go, said, look, I know it's not your thing, sis, he spits some truth, so I want you to come. And I said, do you know what? I'm open to hearing information. I'm willing to learn new things. And he said that everybody that is in the world standing could fit in, I think it was the Isle of Wight or the Isle of Man. I can't remember which one it was. So the planet is not overpopulated. What you do is you have areas of where there are people living centralized in one area in which they can overpopulate certain centers, but the planet itself is not overpopulated. So I want to definitely change that misperception. The planet is not overpopulated. Just driving through Africa to different countries, you can see that. Do you know how, in fact, if you ask me, it's underpopulated. You can drive for hours and hours and hours, yeah, in so many African countries, and the areas are not populated. So I disagree. I'm sorry, but I disagree. Okay, because you might go to London. I lived in London, and they want to put everybody, in a small area. It doesn't mean, because I mean London, what is it, 600 square miles, and it's like got a population of, I don't know if is it 9 million, or it might be 12 million now. I'm not sure. I haven't checked recently. So you can't compare, capital cities and then look at the whole planet. It doesn't work like that. Okay, so I'm just answering your comments. Okay, so Harry, are you advocating for Africans to go back to Africa? Of course I'm advocating for Africans to go back to Africa. I'm an African and I've gone back to Africa. I live in Africa. I'm here in the Gambia, and that's what Blaxit has been dedicated to doing. We've been online, like I said, since 2011, but formally, I would say putting together content more organized since 2019. And since then, for the last 6 years, that's what we've been doing, is of course advocating for people to come home. We're advocating for people to invest. In fact, Blaxit, right now, we have an estate which is called Serenity Estate, which is in a beautiful place called Kartong. I saw that on the main channel. I put together a small video that was made by a Kartong resident, we call Zillion. And it was he made it by his phone. Now, I am not, a person who's saying, oh, it has to be perfect or whatever. What I am saying is that, this was something that he made to share about his local area, places that he loved. And I just thought it was so lovely that I wanted to share it on the channel. So I'm asking you to go onto the main channel. It's called Sneaky Peek, because when I said to him, he said to me, I would like a sneaky peek of some areas in Kartong that you like. Yeah, I would like a sneaky peek of some areas in Kartong that you like. So that's why it's called Sneaky Peek, okay? So that's why I was sharing that. So in that area of Kartong has beautiful beaches, and Serenity Estate is actually, is about, I would say between 5, depending on how fast you walk, between 5 to 8 minutes walk to the river, okay? It's absolutely beautiful. And these prices are so cheap for riverside land. As you know, land near water is very expensive now, okay, because of the location. And so, but the good thing is that it's also close for you to drive to a local beach. And these beaches aren't overcrowded. It's not part of, the huge drive for tourism like it is in Senegambia and these other areas. So you can, make your own here. And so this is why I really want you to come and invest and land bank and, come and live and change your reality, change your mindset. It's really important. It's really, really important. Caffrey, could you do me a favor? Could you just pass the bananas for me? I just want to show you, we had some green bananas. I like to make green banana chips. So I just want to show you the bananas that we grew in our own garden. And that's what's also important, is that you need to have food security for the future. And I mean it. If, the pandemic didn't teach you anything, where they were controlling your food supplies and they had you queuing at supermarkets and you wasn't having your own food, even if you have to use aquaponics and, grow things in your own home, do it. I use aquaponics to grow. I've even got aquaponics growing right here, right now. Let me just show. I like to show. So, hang on. Let me just show. Okay. So these are just some green bananas that I'm going to make green banana chips from, okay, because I love a green banana chip me, okay. So I just want to show you that those grew in my compound, okay. So what I'm saying to you is that, you can, even this drink I'm drinking is from fruits from my own compound. You can eat what you grow and grow what you eat. It's so important for the future. Oh, one dropped off. This is for you. You can have it. Okay, so where was I? D. Jones says Africa. Okay, so we chat about that. Okay, I answered your question, John. I think too many of Strong off. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Press the wrong button. 1 minute. Sorry about that. I'm just moving through them. Yeah, of course, I'm very much into pyrolysis. Ju talked about pyrolysis. So you're talking about turning plastic back into oil. That is pyrolysis. I've been talking about pyrolysis for a lot of years now, and in fact, no, I don't want to say it online. I don't want to say it online because every time I talk about certain things, you know, we get targeted, unfortunately, by haters. So I tend not to share some of our projects and initiatives anymore online, and a lot of our altruism that we're doing online. But just hasten to say that, you know, pyrolysis is something that I'm very passionate about, particularly in Africa, because plastics were introduced to Africa at a time when Africa was not ready for them. And the systems to recycle were not in place, you know, to manage them, and it's still not in place. And so I am, of course, you know, Ethiopia has huge pyrolysis plants, and so does Nigeria, and so does many other large nations. But I also want smaller nations to do so as well, so we don't deposit in the sea or, you know, on the ground. We start to treasure, you know, the beautiful earth that we live on. So that is about protecting the earth. So we do need to, you know, do a lot of pyrolysis and care about our planet, and stop littering our planet with plastics and start to use alternatives. Okay, so instead of using, for example, plastic bottles, use reusable bottles like this that you can use to put water in, so you don't have to you know, use plastics. And that's also a cooler, so it keeps the water or whatever you have cool as well. So I think that's important that we do that. So pyrolysis is very important. He also said running cars off it as well. Oh yeah, you can. You know, you can get diesel actually from pyrolysis. You can get kerosene as well. You can also get petrol. So that's important, right? So I have followed him for years, and he bought the machine himself. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You can make your own pyrolysis machine. You do need a pressure cooker. You need some pipes, 2 pressure cookers, and some pipes and a burning pot. Okay, that's a really basic pyrolysis that you can make. Okay, I just told you. Okay, so you can do your own pyrolysis. You can use 2 pressure cookers and a burning pot. Okay, so I've just told you how you can do pyrolysis, and also you need a glass bottle in which to capture it in. So it can be done very affordable and very easily. And of course that's for small quantities, but that's how every village can start, with small quantities. Every home can start with small quantities. You can use it to make kerosene lamps, you know, save on, you know, the carbon footprint. So let me just go. Thank you, Sharon. Hamilton, St. Ives. Oh, don't know what happened there. So I Can Fire says Maxwell. Sorry, Chibutsu is the one. Okay. So I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. Thank you. You know, I'm not so good with the long names, I must confess. Okay. So I know who you're talking about, and thank you for the comment. DG says you would think it was viral, but nope. Young Burke can potentially solve the world's plastic waste issue in his garden before he even turned 30, and we are gods from it. Incredible. Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely. You know, I like I said, pyrolysis is something that's very important. I think it's something that should be used in every household. I think it can be beneficial. You can even use it to power your gen. You can use it, you know, for so many different things. You know, even some people have used it in their vehicles. So, you know, for their cars. So, you know, it can be. Yeah, we are very smart. Smart is an understatement. Okay, we'll talk. I'm reading the comments. Are you up with the comments, fam? Yeah, we're damn near universal level. I love that. Okay, so low. Yeah, we need to catch up in the comments. Okay. She thinks I mean overpopulation. So what did you mean? Oh, Africa is empty. Oh, so we're on the same page. I am sorry if I misunderstood your comment. These times, I mean, we would literally... Exactly. Do you know that it's been said that in 2050, that Africa will have the largest population of youth? Okay. Now, I'm saying this because we've got plenty of time to prepare. Okay. We have plenty time to prepare. Family. Okay. We are living older and getting stronger. So we have plenty time to prepare. We need to make sure that when these youths are growing up, they have got the foundation laid out for them, and it is our responsibility to do so. Okay. So Godfrey, I want to say hi to you. You could throw London in the Sahara and lose it. That's very true. 600 square miles, I think. Can someone confirm that for me? Go on Google or what have you. Yeah. Damn, I mean it needs more people. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, go make some babies. Let's go make some babies, fam. Yeah. Okay, so I take that back. I am sorry if I misunderstood you. I apologize. I'm so sorry. Iliani Resurrection, how are you? Everybody's cool. Everybody's loving you out there, okay? We love you out there. We need to love each other more, okay? I can Julia, I'm not the one of the enemy. No, not all. I love you. Oh, come on now. Let me, I make it up to you. I'm going to send you some kisses, okay? Okay. Literally, so DJ said, literally think about that. You could bury London in the sand, in the sand dune. That's how big Africa is. Absolutely, absolutely. So Samuel, how are you? You're in England, yeah? How are you out there in England? How are you, Samuel? In fact, in saying that, I want to send my love. Unfortunately, one of my family members had an accident as in hospital and is in hospital having an operation as I speak. So you know who you are. I'm sending you my love and healing energy. And I hope that you have a speedy recovery. Okay. So, you know, my heart is with you and you're in my thoughts. So, as you said about England, I just remembered. So I'm just sending that. And to anybody who's got anybody in a situation, you know, I'm sending healing, loving energy to you, healing, loving energy to you as well. Okay. So Extreme TV Box LLC, Extreme TV Box LLC. I'll say it again. Let's go and check out the channel LLC, Extreme TV Box LLC. Love your work, my dear. May you be blessed. May your family be blessed. Thank you. May your mother Africa be blessed. Oh, thank you so much. That is so sweet. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, amen. Thank you. Okay, so Jesus, maybe I should super chat. I don't think you can. I think we've been demonetized. I'm not sure that you can. In terms of the catch up on her chat. So we were on the same page. You're so funny. Okay, Sharon says, looking good. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for the comments. I do appreciate the compliments. I must confess and tell you that it's really heartwarming for someone like me who is I know like you see me out here, and but I'm actually quite down to earth and a little bit shy. It is a meet person, but so I am very humbled and very, very touched, sweating a lot by your lovely compliments and your comments. I really, really appreciate it, because you know, to go out on social media and put yourself out there, put your life out there, it's not an easy task. You know, as much as people can do it and make it seem easy. It's something that, you know, it takes time to get used to. I was like plunged into the public domain from a young age, so I found ways to overcome my nerves. You know, and that is mainly by, you know, having confidence in my own self, and knowing that it doesn't really matter what people think, you just need to do it anyway, you know. And so sorry, I'm reading the comments. Sorry, I'm having a giggle about sharing. Sorry, Idris Atherley Smith. Hello, Idris Atherley Smith. How are you, sweetheart? You all right? Yeah. My sister, I just got into your live chat. It's so good to see you. Oh, listen, Idris, it's lovely that you've joined me. I want to thank you so much to everybody that's been joining. Yeah, that's the best way to go. Amazing, sis. You can quickly explain the nature of the microwave pyrolysis for the people like me who just put plastic into a big human heat until it breaks up. Yes. Well, can I just say about microwaves? I don't know whether I should be honest. I can explain it, but I don't think. Well, it's not always safe as well. There's a safe and there's an unsafe way to do it. So I don't really support microwave technology, and I'll explain to you why, because free radicals that releases it. And so I'll sit on the fence on that one. I'll come back to you about that one. Okay. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay. England is cold and wet right now. I'm so sorry, Winnie. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to say hi to Winnie. Thanks for joining us. And to Sheila Yorks. Hello, Sheila Yorks. Yeah, I'm great. Thank you. Yeah, I thought it was summer there now as well. Shaba Yorks. Thank you. Did I say the name right? Shaba, yeah. Like Shaba Ranks, isn't it? Shaba Yorks. Yeah, you're looking lovely. Oh, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to see you. It's always a pleasure for you to join me as well. I got to tell you that without you, I wouldn't be here, okay? Sitting down here this Sunday at all. So you motivate me. You all inspire me. You know, you really do encourage me to share information with you about what's happening in Africa, to also share with you about things that are happening locally in Gambia, and to encourage you to invest in Africa, encourage you to come back home, to show you that you have a choice, okay? What I'm saying is that I'm not saying that you can't have your home in America, but you can also have your home here too. Okay, so if it comes on top there, you've got somewhere else to go. You know, when I was living in the UK, a lot of people from England would have holiday homes in like Portugal or Spain or somewhere. Well, I'm saying that let's have our holiday homes in the Gambia. Let's have our holiday homes in you know, Ghana, or, you know, in Nigeria, or wherever you want to live. Okay, but you know, let's just also make sure that we're not just, you know, guaranteeing our future in the belly of the beast. Okay, that we're not just guaranteeing our future in the belly of the beast, that we are then giving ourselves, you know, a choice. Okay, that is so important, and that is why I'm glad that I had a choice, and that my choice was to come back here to live. I'm so glad that I made that choice. It's the best choice that I could have made. So we appreciate you, Julia. Thank you so much. So Sharon Nesbitt, thank you so much. We appreciate you, Julia, and Blaxit, and your work. Thank you. So Tina Lewis. Hello, Tina. How are you? Are you okay? Yeah, Nanganef. So Guillermo, oh, sorry, pressed the wrong button again. You have to excuse me, yeah? Sometimes I These things are very sensitive. Guillermo, how are you? Yeah. You know what? I will talk about that, but you have to be very careful on YouTube nowadays when you're talking about the palace, issue. Okay, and I'll explain to you why another time. You have to be very careful because the last time that I did that, something very strange started happening to my channel. So Alvin Robinson says hi. Yeah. Idris Athlete Smith says, I'm good, bless you. You look. Oh, thank you. Elegant, thank you so much. Hey, I am Italist. Boom. A1 day one. Salute you. Okay. Oh gosh, I wanted to give a shout out to this shop. This is that sell these lovely crystals. I will do it next week because I left the box and I wanted to shout them up. So it's a diaspora business and bought crystals from there. Okay, I am Italist. Up. Yeah. Double tab. Okay, I'm going. So like the live, please. Oh, good. Thank you. Your headdress jewelry is stunning. Liliani, thank you so much. I'm so glad you like it. Okay. I bought it here I got it here in the Gambia actually. These are all I got them here. Tina Lewis says ready to leave the US. Well, give me a call. My text line, drop me a text. +220 240 5273. Let's help you make that jump. Let's help you make that jump. Okay? So +220 240 5273. I'd just like to say a big thank you today to our moderators. Okay? Thank you to our moderators. Thank you to Kath. You're doing a sterling job, as you are always. He's so intelligent. He's very, very, very intelligent. He's a lovely young man. I'm so proud to call him my son. Very proud of all my children and their accomplishments. They're all very accomplished. Must be good genes. So, and of course, a big shout out to all Team Blaxit, past and present. Always lovely having worked with you, or if you're still part of Team Blaxit, thank you for supporting and continuing to support. Appreciate you so much. Okay. Now, there are many facets to Blaxit, so I won't sit here calling everybody's name, but you know who you are. So thank you so much. Okay. Okay, so I just gave out my number. I'm going to kind of jump back on topic, if that's okay. But I want to quickly say hello to Jenny Grant before I do so, okay? So Jenny Grant, thank you. And of course, my genius, lovely son, thank you so much for your assistance. I'm just going to quickly carry on with the topic. I get distracted so easily, So I was talking about the censorship. And obviously, just as now, I gave you an example of the censorship that has been happening, which I even couldn't talk about a certain subject just now. And that is because there are so many policies and control on words that you cannot say. You cannot say certain words that you have to turn it to unalive, or you have to turn it to this, or you have to turn it to that. But it's okay for them to use the N word. No, I think the N word should be banned on social media. Personally, I think MFer should be banned on social media. Anyway, anything where you disrespect your parents, I just don't. I feel that this new gen of disrespect, I'm not feeling it. I don't like it. Maybe I'm old school, but I am not liking this new generation of no boundaries. I believe that there should be boundaries. There should be things that are sacred. There should be things that are sacrosanct. And there should be things that you should not feel comfortable saying or doing in front of your parents or your elders. I do. I do believe in discipline. Listen, I didn't beat my children or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. Okay. I'm not into this, what I call whooping or whatever. I think that you should be able to communicate with your children, I'm not saying that the fathers of my children had the same mentality, and that was one of the biggest, I would say, problems that I had, is because I've raised great children without having to take out a belt and whoop them down. So I think I should be able to talk to you. If you raise your children right, you should be able to communicate with them rather than take out our frustration, our anger, and thing on them. I don't agree with that. I also don't agree with that children should be seen or not heard. I disagree with that. I think that sitting down and having a conversation with them and then being part of that narrative is so important. And that is why this internet is so important, because it's going to be in 54 different languages, which means that children can be taught in their own language, because English isn't always a first language in every African country. So that means that it can be taught in Kiswahili. That means that they can have homeschool in remote regions. Yeah, it means so much. It means so much, digital schooling, where they can learn in their own African language rather than these colonizer tongues. It's so important that this happens. Okay. And also that we can stop the misinformation as well, because there's a lot of misinformation that goes on about Africa that is just unacceptable. It's just unacceptable, and the misdirection is very unacceptable. But like I said, we have the economic growth, which is important about it, increasing investment, increasing innovation, entrepreneurship, the lower cost of the access, giving more people access, which is really important, doing it our way, really important, increased innovation, important, our own empowerment. We can make our own billionaires. Lovely. How amazing is that going to be? And we have our own security. Okay, that's important. And it's sovereign, and it's our own framework based in Africa for Africans. And, it's also going to be solar powered. Some of the server farms are also going to be solar powered, which of course we have abundance of sun, okay, in Africa. So that is important. So, it's taken years, of course, and meticulous planning, and action to do it. And of course, there have been threats. Don't think it's been easy. Yeah, there have been threats, there have been propaganda, there's been sabotage, there's been the usual media lies. Whenever you're doing something, always be aware, right? Let me tell you something. If you see someone doing something good, and then you see so many people going up against that person, fighting that person, attacking that person, watch that person, because that person is usually bringing something good. They never attack things that are bad for you. Okay, they don't. They never attack anyone who's doing bad for you. They will encourage it and support it. But someone who is doing good, who is encouraging you to go home, who's showing you an alternative life, who's showing you, look, you can have this life too. It's a wonderful life. I'm loving my life. I'm enjoying my life. I've been living here for how long? I live in a lovely home, and you can have it too. And I did this, for less than $50,000, and why not? You don't have to be, stuck into this mortgage, stay there for a while and then sell, take equity and run. Do you know what I mean? And build your home, build your life. Someone's encouraging and giving you an alternative and saying, no, you don't have to be stuck in that job for the rest of your life until you retire. What for? Slavery days are done. Slavery days are done. You can work online. You've got lots of alternatives now. And with this new internet, then comes new job creation and new employment opportunities. That is the other beautiful thing, that we are now creating our own jobs and our own employment online. How amazing is that? So if you've wanted to do an African employment agency, here's your opportunity. Okay? On Afrinet, we can prosper. We can collaborate. We can support each other. We can work together. Okay? This is being hailed as a complete digital system, okay, or digital ecosystem, whichever way you want to put it, okay, and it will be pan-African, okay, and it's a pan-African domain, and it's governmental you know, it's governmentally controlled through Africa, which is great. Okay, and then there's all these people saying, oh, but what if it can be abused for this? Oh, but what if it can be abused for that? Oh, but it's already been abused in the Western one that we're using. Do you know what I mean? We can make a better version. Okay, we'll have our own search engine, and guess what it's called? We can have our own search engine, and guess what it's called? It's called Ubuntu Web. Yeah? What does Ubuntu mean? Who can tell me in the comment section? Yeah? Who can tell me in the comment section what Ubuntu means? Let's have a look. Okay? What does Ubuntu mean? Who can tell me? Okay? Who can tell me what Ubuntu means? Yeah, Ubuntu, I mentioned this before on a live because it was very important. And this was one of the first developments in Africa with regard to democracy was Ubuntu. Yeah, we had democracy before they had democracy. Okay, and Ubuntu was part of it. So General Small says, is it a rope? Ubuntu. Okay, let me spell it. Ubuntu. 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 I want you to tell me in the comment sections, what is Ubuntu and what does it mean? So Ubuntu Web, that will be the search engine. We will have our own search engine, and I will be proud to put content on AfroTube. Let me tell you. Yeah, and I can let rip on my pro-African content. Okay, and I will probably be making a lot more content as well. I'm not monetized on this channel anyway. I do it because of you. Because I'm here because of you. I'm not doing it for the money, that's for sure. Okay, so General Small says hi. So who's going to tell me about what Ubuntu is? Okay, so Olipis, who's that? Ronald Reagan? Or Pio? It basically means human, but not just human. That's it. Ubuntu, Ubuntu, Ubuntu. Please give me some more likes. I would appreciate some more thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Thanks. If you could please, someone tell me. Google it if you don't know. I don't mind. Yeah. We'll have our own Google as well. Ubuntu Web. Our own search engine. Ubuntu Web. Okay. Okay, so JSM. Is that JSM Tylers? Okay. Says, hang on, it's going so fast. Blessed love from St. Lucia. Blessed love from St. Lucia. How are you? Sending love and strength to you, my Gambian Bridget. And Bridget Aliu. How are you, Aliu? Yeah. Growing the coconuts on the beach in Banjul. Keep up the great work. Lovely. Aliu growing the coconuts on the beach. Your brethren from GSM from St. Lucia says hello. So, okay, it's the ideal human virtue. Okay, so what is it? GSM Blaxit is powerful. Kiss to you. Thank you so much. Come on, tell me Ubuntu. Now, if that is something that you're going to learn today. And in fact, if you have purchased land from Blaxit and you are here, you have acquired land, and thousands of you have acquired land from Blaxit, it was in your contract because we have an Ubuntu clause. So you should know what Ubuntu is. Yeah, you should know what Ubuntu is because it states it. So have a look. Yeah, what is Ubuntu? Okay, moderator, give a clue, please. Give someone a clue to what Ubuntu is. Don't tell it all though. Don't tell it all. It is an ideal of human virtue. I do agree with you, but what does it mean? That's what I want. I want you to give me a definition of what Ubuntu is, okay? So the monopoly is over, okay? The monopoly with the FB, with the Twitter, with the X, we're gonna have our own, okay? We're gonna have our own. The monopoly is over. Okay, Silicon Valley, our data will no longer be held in Silicon Valley where they can do what they want with it. okay, and manipulate it and make money from it. Now it will be held in Africa where we can make our own money from our own data, advertise our own products and services, okay, and do for Africa what is good for Africa, okay? So what is Ubuntu? It sounds like abundance, Tina Lewis says. Okay, you can go and Google it. I've given up asking now. Everybody would know. That's why I said it. Okay, all I will say is that, okay. But what is Ubuntu? What does Ubuntu mean? Someone, please, I'm begging you now. Tell me, what does Ubuntu mean, okay? I'm timing it now. I'm going to give you 60 seconds. Someone put in the comments, what does Ubuntu mean? Oh, my understanding of it was always that we are one. Okay, but what is the actual meaning? I want you to Google it then, okay? And, Ubuntu, we're going to have Ubuntu Web. So we're going to have our own search engine, Ubuntu Web. What does Ubuntu mean? Okay, so Google it. Okay, I give up now. I'm not going to tell you. Blaxit moderator, Google the meaning of Ubuntu and put it in the comments for us, please. Okay, so the good thing, I'll come back to you about Ubuntu Web in a minute. The Ubuntu Web, which is a search engine that will be on Afrinet. Okay. Ubuntu is, I don't want to say, because it's really important that you know it. And I think you should go, everybody, I want you to Google it. And you can still stay on here. Come on, you're nearly there. Humanity to others. No, you was nearly there. Come on, D Jones. You're nearly there. Come on, I am as... Okay. No. What does Ubuntu actually stand for? Yes, it is. But it means as I am... Come on. I'm not going to tell you. What does Ubuntu mean? What does the actual... Is anyone South African here? Okay, who knows about Ubuntu? It's a Zulu term. Come on. Ubuntu. You are because I am, and I am because... Come on. Okay, let's find it. I've almost told you. But Liana, you're right. It's perpetuated analysis. But what does Ubuntu mean? It means I am because... Yes, finally. I am because we are. Okay, that is what it means. Like I didn't want to give it out, so thank you so much. Who gets the prize? Who's the first person to say who gets the prize? I am because we are. Okay, Trina Lewis, I am because of who we are. Yes, or shortened, I am because we are. Okay, I am because we are. Okay. Or I am because you are. Well, it's I am because we are. Okay. So well done. Thanks, Sharon. Yeah. Did I not say that earlier? Show me where you said that earlier. You did not say those words earlier. Show me. Moderator, can you check for me, Dju, and tell me if he actually said those words, I am because we are. Yeah, earlier for me. Can you check? Sorry, I'm sweating, everybody. Okay, Blaxit, I want to support the mission. I am an ergonomic engineer by profession. Wow, really? And trained pharmaceuticalist. Wow. Hopefully I can be on the ground and help in the development. Listen, what did I tell you all? I offered you all. I said to you, I've got land in Benending. Okay, I said I've got 50 by 50 land in Benending. Who wants to come in with me in terms of doing some farming or development on the land? Okay, who wants to? Yeah, I said, you know, just text me, and then we can discuss how we can do it, right? If you want to do it joyful, or you want to segregate apart and just do your own or whatever, you know, call me. That's what I said. I said I have land in Benending. Okay, Benending is right next to Gunjur. It's a lovely location, beautiful location. Okay, so I said I was putting it up for farming. So, you know, if you want to join me, okay, I've been actually making space for farming. So, yeah, definitely get in contact with me. Can you put the text number up, please? Yeah, can you put the text number up? I missed the I. Okay, well, it's important. Yeah, so I am because we are. So that's the Ubuntu web that's going to be part of this internet. If you're new joining, welcome to Blaxit. Blaxit is all about your relocation, repatriation back to Africa. We facilitate resettlement, relocation, repatriation back to your nation in Africa. And we are based in Gambia. We have the largest Kabilo, Blaxit Kabilo, dedicated to diaspora and settlement of over 500 plots. We have extended that and gotten into many other locations. And we currently have land in Gunjur, which is a lovely developing coastal village, which also has the newest town, which is being built as we speak, and also the largest eco development, which is being built as we speak. And we also have land in the neighboring village of Kartong, which is very, very beautiful, very lovely village. That we are sharing bits of on our main channel. So please get in contact with us if you would like some land. We also have a star buy. We have a star buy, which is a 400 square meter piece of land in Bussorah, which is the Blaxit development area, as we mentioned earlier. And the plot is $1,000. Okay, $1,000. And that's for 400 square meters, and there are 2 available. Okay, now Serenity Estate, you need to hurry, please. If you want to reserve your plot, it's absolutely free. Okay, if you want to reserve your plot, it is absolutely free. Okay, and we do courier the paperwork to you, your deed, your land deed, etc., in case you're wondering how you get it, whatever. And one day I will make a program just going through our processes and procedures so that you are aware of what we do and how it's done. There is a team of us. It is not just me. We have a wonderful lawyer, who works with us, and he's excellent. So we are always grateful to him. I sometimes, because of the laws now with regard to promoting legal people, I just like to big him up. You know who you are, Mr. Lamin. I won't say his surname, but I'm so grateful to him for being a great support to Blaxit, always on the ground with regards to helping us and ensuring that all of our lands are clean and clear, and we don't have any of the issues that a lot of other people face, thank goodness. So, right, the monopoly is over. The monopoly is over. I'm going to come off now anyway. But the monopoly is over. Silicon Valley no longer will have that control over Africa, where they can now, tell us what to do, how to do it, when to do it, what we can say and what we can't say. Isn't that fantastic? And if you're in Gambia, you're going to be able to get Affinet via AfriCell, okay? I can't tell you about other countries. I can get a list if you're interested and find out how you can also get access to the network. Obviously, we will be making content there and promoting and marketing it there. Nothing makes me more excited. So now it is our turn to become billionaires by accessing and manipulating data. It's our turn, instead of the FBs and the Google. So if you have got your own initiatives, now is the time to launch it. I told you there's also going to be a digital currency. Now is the time to get it. Africa used to pay millions, right, for data hosting, right, to the US. Millions. you know, and now we won't have to. So, you know, I'm just exposing you to what's going on, you know. South Africa now be built on our own terms and not the colonialist terms, on our own network, and keep our own data and control our own data, okay? It gives us what I call digital freedom. And also within this network, I'm going to just talk a little bit more about the internet, Affinet, is that we also have our digital freedom because there is a digital freedom clause. Ta-da! Okay, so there is a digital freedom clause, which is of course at the center, it's at the heart, if you like, of Afrinet, and it guarantees that Africans on the continent will have access, thank goodness, because, you know, like I said, I have had blocks myself. You know, I've experienced blocks myself and didn't appreciate it. Why? Oh, so you can't do that because we don't serve your continent. You know, so we have been excluded, we have been censored, and we have, you know, been locked out, firewalled, you know, left out in the cold, pushed out, but not anymore. Okay? So, like I said, there will be a new right to the digital tribunal. As you know, I have faced some terrible information that have been put online against me, and nothing has been done because, you know, certain people support that because they don't want to see you rise. They encourage your downfall because they don't want to see pro-African, pro-black channels, you know, promoting and helping you to divest your money out of the colonialists' hands and bring it back into your nation's hands. And that is what we need to do every day, all day. Okay, we need to reinvest in Africa, whether it's gold mines. I don't mind if it's land, please, but let's, you know, if it's agriculture, whatever it is, let's reinvest. Okay, so that inward investment is going to help us. And like I said, the filtering of the languages is so important. There will be a filter against hate speech. So words like MF and N, oh, I'm so glad they'll be blocked from Africa, okay? We can have our own control. And of course, AfroTube, we will be there. And don't forget the banking apps as well. So now you can also bank in Africa without having to go through European banks. Thank goodness. So, you know, what can I say? What can I say? What can I say? You know, we're taking our power back. Our power returns to us. Okay, keep saying it. Okay, as one we are many, and as many we are one. This is our time. Okay, our time to rise, our time to shine. It's our time to be patriotic, to be proud to be African. As one we are many, and as many we are one. And we are helping to bring you home. And as long as, you know, I have breath, I will continue. I'm a Gariite and I believe in the dream. I'm living the dream and I am loving my life. Okay, I am loving my life, and I just want you to also, you know, they, you know, send missionaries over to fool us, okay, and to tell us that we're not divine, and to tell us that, you know, we're not civilized and we're not this and we're not that, but we are, okay. In fact, we were the civilizers. The first toilet, 31,000 BC, where? Egypt, Africa. Okay? While they were still throwing their wee out of windows and wearing lavender pockets to smell fresh, we had, you know, humongous, you know, washing baths. I've seen them. I've been to Egypt. I've seen them. I've been to Karnak. I've seen it. I've been to the Isis temples. I've seen it. You know, I've seen it with my own eyes. We are amazing, and we must never, ever forget that. They gave us their cold weather. Yeah, made us go out and work in the snow while they lay on our beaches. It's time to reverse it. Okay? Okay, so Blaxit family, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, 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 thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. And if you don't think that you are worthy of love, think again, because I love you. Okay? Blaxit loves you. Okay? Africa wants you. Okay? Africa wants you. Africa desires you. Okay? So don't ever forget that you are important, okay? You are important, you are loved, and you are valued, and you are cherished, especially on this channel, okay? You are cherished. Your intellect, your inputs, your contribution, everything that, you know, you are giving to the channel is valued. Now, if you would like to make a donation to the channel to support it, of course you can. I know I don't push it and I don't demand it, and it's not obligatory. But if you want to, we do have PayPal. And PayPal is our channel, is Bop Collective. Our email is Bop Collective. That's BOP Collective, COLLECTIVE. So that's BOP Collective at yahoo.com, and we've had that email since I think 1994. So it's our old school email, okay? It was a Be Our Power Black Operation Positive email, okay, for our projects that we were doing over there, helping to inspire other people just like us Africans. You know, while we were in the UK, we were making sure that we were visible in adverts, like Fox's Biscuits advert, like the Halls Eucalyptus cough sweet advert. We made sure that we were putting people out there. We were doing lots of things while we were there. So don't think that we just come up. No, we didn't just come up. We've been helping our people for, you know, many decades now, and we know I'm not stopping, okay? I am not stopping. So Bla Xit family, you know, I just want to say I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful and productive week. If you do want to, you know, repatriate, if you're considering it, do get in contact with us. It is free, okay? We're not going to pressure you to pay us just to listen or just to talk, okay? So you can just drop us a call, drop us a line, a text line. Drop us a text line first so we can arrange a call. So the text number is +220 240 5273. That's on WhatsApp. That's +220 240 5273. Okay. So I want to thank everybody that's been on the live today. I've appreciated your company. Thank you, Dee. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Leonie. Thank you, obviously, Kath, for being our moderator. Thank you, Tina Lewis. Thank you, Liliani. Thank you. I think so. Thank you to DG already. Thank you to GSM Filters. Thank you so much to Opio. Yeah, Ronald Reagan. Funny name. General Smalls. Thank you, General Smalls. Thank you. I am Italist. Always there supporting Bla Xit. I appreciate you. Thank you to Jenny Grant. Yeah, thank you so much, Jenny, for joining us. Thank you, Alvin Robinson. Thank you so much for joining. JB, thank you so much for joining. There are so many people that joined today. I probably won't be able to go through all of them. But Guillermo, thank you so much. Sharon, thank you so much. Shuba, thank you so much. Winnie, thank you as well. Selma, want to say hi to you. Idris, thank you so much. Getting a dry throat. Divine Feminine 111, want to say hello to you. Divine Feminine 333, want to say hello to you. BDG, want to say hello to you. Extreme TV Box LLC, want to say thank you to you. Samuel Coates, thank you to you. I Can Fire, thank you to you. There's so many this week. Wow, there's so many of you on this week. Jeffrey Oka, thank you also. Thank you so much. Wow. There's lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of you this week. So if I have missed your name, I do apologize. Okay, I am really sorry if I've missed your name, because there is a lot this week to go through. And Healthy TV, I think it's Healthy TV, was on there as well at the beginning. I hope my memory serves me correctly. Also Dorette, thank you so much. Abu Kambi, thank you so much. Direct. Direct said Africa is the richest continent in the world. And Direct, I will be willing to agree with you. I'm sorry if I missed your comments and I didn't read them. Please join me next week where I will make you a priority. Direct also said that Didier Gaines knows which sun shared with me. I don't stand the mistakes, glass and sand. Abundance in Africa, very true. So, wow, I missed a lot. Taj's World of Wonders, thank you so much for joining. And a special little shout out before I go to McConnon. McConnon, I do wish you well. And I hope that the procedure that you had was successful and that you're making a speedy recovery. So everybody remember to go to International Book Show and remember to also purchase McConnon Sankofa's books. Okay, you can find them on Amazon. So I think that will be a wrap for today. Okay, I want to say special thank you to Ed the Man. Thank you so much for your help. You've been very supportive and I really, really appreciate it. More than you know, good friends, loyal friends are very hard to come by. People that have your back no matter what and do not abandon you and do not turn their back on you. Those people are like gold, so when you find them, keep them, yeah? Those people that do not lie on you, those people that do not deceive you, those people that do not tell lies on you behind your back or to your face, those people that do not go out to deceive you, those people that are not out just for their own interest, those people are rare, they're like gold, okay? So, do watch out for, of course, the 419ers, there are plenty of them out there, and the romance scammers, so be careful, okay? Ladies out there, hearing too much of that on the internet these days, so be careful with the old online dating. I personally don't do it, wouldn't recommend it, but, to each their own. Can I marry your hair? Who's that, more fire? Can I marry your hair? What was I saying about online daters and romance scammers? I'm joking. I wasn't talking about you, by the way. You can marry my hair. Look, here you go. You can marry it. There you go. You can marry my hair. Okay. So anyway, more fire. Thank you so much. Red Rock Cuisine at Red Rock Dominica Official. Congratulations and thank you for joining. Okay. Also from Dominica and also who was joining from St. Lucia as well. So I think there was ZZ and some other people that I've missed. So I do apologize if I've missed you. Andy, is that Andy? Andley Kenrick. Okay, I believe what you're saying about Africa, my love. Oh, my love. Thank you so much. Yeah, New Cowries. Who's that? Oh, because I just went offline. So I think they're trying to tell me to jump off. Okay, I think that's Halompi. So thank you, Halompi, for the New Cowrie. Thank you for the compliment about the New Cowries. Wonders, McCullough, thank you so much. Thank you, Wonders, always there. Yeah. Like I said, I'm sorry if I've missed you. Robert P. Lawrence, hello. Thank you for loving my accent. I'm sure I will love yours as well. Anyway, you all have my text line if you want to get in contact, okay? Someone got in contact with me last week from Tanzania. I'm not going to say who because I don't want to out you out there. And so and then someone else contacted me as well. from the US. And I arranged for a call, and he said, "Oh, I didn't really think that I would talk to you." Yes, of course you're going to talk to me, my love. Okay, so it is me, and we had a wonderful conversation. We had so much in common. It was unbelievable. It was a wonderful conversation, in fact. And you've asked me where I'm from. I'm an African. And like I told you, I'm first gen, born in the UK, and of course I'm an African. Okay, I am proud to be an African. Okay, so Langdon Price said song by Fig Panorama will go viral, helped in Kenya and Burkina Faso. Okay, so let's share it. Can you share the song, please? Langdon Price, can you share the song in this group, please? Or write it in the comments when this is published so that we can all do it, okay? So the song is by Fig, F-I-G-G, okay? Panmora, and it will go viral, okay? It's helped. So I think it's Pan-African. Oh, sorry, I've just got a call coming through. From someone very special to me. Thank you so much. I will call you back. Okay, yeah, it's over. I can't wait to visit you. Oh yeah, Sharon. Am I saying your name? Sharon. I hope I'm saying your name right. Sharon, isn't it? Yeah, Sharon, I can't wait to meet you. I'm going to the land there, showing your house. Okay, listen to the song. So yeah, share the song, please, Langdon. Yeah. Okay, so it's by Fig Panamara, and it's called Burkina Faso Song. FBA collaboration, I believe. Okay. So sorry I missed. There's so many. So I'm gonna apologize. Daryl, how are you? Thank you so much for joining. A lot of people this week. Wow. To Madre, thank you. And Khadija Idrissa, thank you. Okay, Vinny as well. Wow, there's so many. Listen, I'm not going to be able to get through everything. Just, Ralph, Saba, thank you. So I hope I've mentioned as many as I can. I do like to thank you personally. Top fan was your beautiful queen. Comment by Sharon. Thank you, Sharon. You have my text line. So my text line for you all, if you've got a piece of paper, grab it, write it. And today's mantra is, my power returns to me. Okay, I want you all to take back your power. It's time for us all to take back our power. Okay. So text line, if you want to contact me, text me to make an appointment to speak to me, is +220 240 5273. Now I got a message from someone. I've forgotten the person's name. Sorry to say that, but he said that in the comments they've been trying to reach me and they can't. I told you, please just text me and make an appointment. Okay, text me and make an appointment. I'm much easier reached by text than by email. I check my emails twice a week because I have a very busy schedule. So I schedule myself to do email checks twice a week. So if it's urgent, text me on WhatsApp, +220 240 5273. That's +220 240 5273. And don't forget to declare and decree, okay? Yeah, don't forget to declare and decree that what is yours comes back to you, okay? I declare and decree what is mine is returned to me, and what they stole, yeah, is returned with interest multiplied. It's time for us to get our reparations, okay? Reparation time. So I declare and I decree what is mine, my ancestors and my forebears, yeah, is returned to me, yeah? and what they stole from my ancestors, and from me, right? Because they stole my taxes to pay reparations for the slave owners up until 2015. I want it returned to me with interest multiplied. Declare and decree that, okay? Declare and decree that. Put that out there. It's high time for us to get reparations now. Okay, so I love you, Blaxit family. This has been a long ending, hasn't it? Remember, we're as one we are many, and as many we are one. We are one people, one Africa, one destiny, one love. Thank you. Oh, the screen's freezing.